W3 schools site. Here under so many topics, HTML tables. Okay. So here I would like to teach you from the beginning about HTML tables. Okay. So here I would like to rearrange this table in my way. Okay, we don't need this paragraph also. Okay. Now this is the table. Okay. So normally if we want to create a HTML table, we should build that table within opening body tag and closing body tag. So the initial tag related to table is opening table tag. Okay. It ends with the closing table tag. Within opening table and closing table tag, we should build our table. Okay. So in this table there are 3 rows. Okay. To create rows, we should use TR tag. Okay. TR stands for table row. Okay. So there are 3 TR segments. Table row tag has a opening and closing tags. So this is the first row, this is related to the second row, and this is related to the third row. As there are TR tags for table rows, there isn't a particular tag for table columns like TC. Okay, instead of TC we have TDs. So if you want to create table columns, you should create those columns by data, cell by cell, instead of creating a whole column at once. Okay, so here I have used 3 TDs to create 3 columns. Okay, actually 3 cells to create 3 cells. Why? By creating 3 cells means we have created 3 columns. Okay, so TD stands for table data. Okay, so if I want another table data segment, let's say region. So the output is like this. So fourth TD means start of another column. Okay. Okay. So if you want, you may put data to these places like this, adding another TD segment in the second row. So Germany is in Europe. So region is Europe, region or continent or anything. Okay. So Mexico, South American. Okay, likewise. S America for this. Likewise. Okay. So by using TDs, table data, it means a particular cell. We should move on and we can create columns. Okay, not a specific, there isn't a specific tag for creating columns. Okay. Okay. Now this table has 3 rows and 4 columns. So normally in a table, okay, normally in a table, these column headers, okay, these column headers are in a special format. They are in bold, they are bold, and they are centrally aligned. Likewise, there must be a speciality for column headers. Okay, so we can add a speciality for these column headers by replacing TDs by THs. Okay, TH stand for table header. Okay, so by replacing TDs by TH, we can get the output like this. Okay, so now this we can't see the real behavior of TH by arranging the table like this. So I would like to span this table over the whole width. Okay, so to do that, I may use style attribute. So now I am applying inline CSS. So I will describe it later, and I was describe those CSS in the last term also, but I would like to describe it later. Okay, so here I am applying a inline CSS. Okay, so style means this is a attribute. Okay, so now I am going to apply the attribute value within inverted commas. So attribute and its value is separated from my equal sign. Okay, so as the attribute value, I am going to write a CSS property called width. Okay, and its value is given as a percentage value. Okay, 100%. So this is in this red or orange color. It is attribute name, and within inverted commas, this is attribute value. Attribute name and value is separated from my equal sign, and as the attribute value, this is CSS, and this is called CSS property name, and this is property value. Property name and its value is separated using a colon. Okay, colon. So now you can see, so this width, okay, this window, now the table has overtaken all the width. Okay, because I have set the parameter width as 100%. Okay, so now you can see clearly, okay, the effect of TH. The effect of TH is its content, means the data residing between opening TH and closing TH will centrally aligned. Okay, centrally aligned compared with TDs. Okay, and also data is bolded. Okay, has a bold effect. If you use TD instead of TH, those content will be left aligned and haven't a bold effect. Okay, normal text. Okay, so now as I use this width property, I would like to mention something extra. Okay, now I have given that value with properties value as a percentage value. Okay, it is easy. If I use 50% instead of 100, it will span over half of the width. Okay, now you can see, if I use 70%, 75%, it's like this. So this width value can be given as a percentage value, and also it can be given in as a pixel value. Now you can see the size of this window. Okay, this area. So if I move here, you can see the increase of width. Okay, you can see the increase of the width value. Height is same. Okay, it is not changed, it hasn't changed, but width is changing. Okay, so let's set this width to 700. So there, this 700 means 700 pixels. Okay, so instead of giving this percentage value, okay, as a 100%, okay, I may use this pixel value. Okay, let's reduce to this one to 50%. Okay, then you will see the effect. Okay, now it's 50%, half of the width. Okay, now I, instead of providing 100%, I am going to give the value as a pixel value. So total width means 700 pixels. Okay, now see, if you want to give it half, it means how much? 350. Likewise. Okay, so with CSS property width value can be given as a pixel value, also can be given as a percentage value. Okay, okay, so now these are called column headers. Okay, this th stands for table headers. Now these are column headers. If you want to create row headers, it would be like this. Okay, so today so now I am introducing another column by its name is index. Okay, sorry, so the tag is th and value is index. Okay, so closing th tag. Now you can see, so this data have been moved right side because I have inserted index here. Now I need to fix that thing by inserting new data. Okay, so here the first row, so I will put I am putting tds here. Okay, so this is the second row. Okay, so let's see. So if you want to bold these ones, okay, instead of td, use th. Okay, okay, now you can see. Okay, so these table headers can be applied as the column headers and also applied to the rows like this. Okay, so table headers can be seen like this. Okay, and seen like this. Okay, there are two types of table headers. In every case, we use th, table header tag, to get the output. Okay, okay, now this table hasn't a border. Okay, now I am going to apply borders. So here I am going to use internal CSS. So this is called inline CSS. CSS used with the style attribute inside the opening tag is called inline. Now I am going to apply internal CSS. So for that I should write the styles amidst opening and closing style tags. Okay, it is not a must to apply those style tags amidst head tags. Okay, opening and closing head tags, it's not a compulsory thing. This is also correct. Okay, so normally in the opening style tag we mention the type of the styles, so it is not necessary. Okay, but as a best practice, good habit, we should mention the styles type. This is related to CSS, so we should put text /CSS. This is not a must. Okay, you may skip this one, doesn't matter. Okay, okay, now first of all I like to apply a border to table. Okay, so outer border. Okay, outer border. So for that I should apply a border to this table tag. So to indicate table, I may use this tag name, table tag name, then within curly braces, I should indicate CSS properties and its value. So property is border. Property name is border, and its value has 3 parameters. So after indicating the property name, then we should put colon and then put values. Okay, so values, CSS property values and its names are separated through colons. Okay, 2 dots. Dot and comma means semicolon. Okay, this is semicolon, 2 dots means colon. Okay, so values should be placed within inverted commas. Okay, so in this value there are three sections. First section is for the width of the border. Okay, so I would like to give it as a 2 pixel width of the border. Then the type of the border, type is solid. Solid means a straight single line. Okay, then the color of the border, blue. Okay, now let's run the program. Okay, it's a table border. Okay, table border. Wait, table style type. Oh, sorry. This is the thing. I have created this styles inside the body part. Okay, so I should create styles exterior to the body part this way. Okay, so we don't need to. Now let's run. Solid blue. What's the problem? Table border. What's the problem? Use border. Okay. Space and space. Border. No. Okay, within inverted commas doesn't need it. That's the thing. Okay, now you can see. Okay, so now this is the border related to table. Okay, so we have applied the border to table tag only, no? So that's why a border, this is the outer border. Okay, so if you want to apply borders for individual data items, okay, so first of all, let's apply borders to THs. Okay, so you should mention those tag names here, TH. Okay, or likewise, without indicating those tag names separately, I can attach the tag names to here. Okay, now so table should contain a border and also THs. Now let's see, and also TRs. Okay, so not TRs, TDs. Okay, TH or TD. Now you can see by applying, by indicating table TH, TD, we can apply borders for all the components. Okay, so here I would like to delete this too and mention those borders separately, because then I can do many things. Okay, so instead of typing again, I like to copy and paste it. Okay, so let's change this one to TH. So let's change this one to TD. Okay, same thing. Okay, so here now this is table width, this is table type. So sorry, this is border width, this is border type, and this is border color. Okay, so you may give different colors, different border sizes here. Instead of 2 pixel, I may give a higher value for the outer border. I may give 5 pixel. Then more width for the outer border. Okay. So there are various types of borders. Okay. Border types. These are the types of borders. Okay. So if you want a solid line, you may put solid. There are other types: dash, dotted, double. So those 4, dotted, dash, solid, double, were available in the earlier versions also. With the HTML5, there are some other border types: groove, rich, inset, outset, likewise. Okay. So here, instead of solid, for THS, I would like to put dotted. Okay. So for TDs, I may put dashed. Okay. Okay. Or I may, if I use none, no borders. Okay. Likewise. So I may use a border. Okay. Dash. So when we consider about the colors, colors can be applied, or color value can be given as a name: blue, red, green, purple, orange, pink, likewise. Or we may use its hexadecimal value, color code value. Okay. So here, so normally a color code has 4 properties. This is a hexadecimal value. So to indicate this is a hexadecimal value, may start from hash. Okay. So then there are 3 spaces. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. These 3 values are respectively for RGB, red, green, and blue. Okay. So here the first value, if I put, if you want pure red, okay, so use the maximum hexadecimal value. It means F for 15, and then minimum values for green and blue, zeros. This is red. Okay. If you want to create the blue, pure blue, okay, no reds, no greens, just blue. Okay. Maximum hexadecimal value, it means 15. No? Representing 15, we use F. Okay. Likewise. So here, to give a green here, I may put hash, no red, green only, no blue. Likewise. Okay. To give a red color, I may use hash, red only, no green, no blue. These are zeros, not O's. Red. Okay. So color values can be given as names, by names, and by using their respective hexadecimal codes. Okay. Those are the things. Okay. Now, those are related to borders. Okay. Next. Now I am talking about CSS. No. So there are 3 types of CSS. So this is called inline CS. This is called internal CSS. If I cut this segment and paste it another notepad and save it as a .css file and link that file to this document, it will be an external CSS document. Then it will be an external CSS document. Likewise, we can move this part to another document and place it as an external CSS. So there are 3 types: inline, internal, like this, and third one is external. So inline has the highest priority. Okay, inline has the highest priority. So for an example, for the outer border, it means border related to table. Okay, table tag, I can apply that style here also. Okay, by pasting. So these, there are two data sets now. Data set related to width property and data set related to border property. Okay, to differentiate, to differentiate these two segments, I may use a semicolon. Okay, to separate. Okay, okay. So here, instead of blue, okay, I would like to use orange. Now see the result. Now you can see orange has overtaken the color blue here. Okay, in both the occasions, this border property here also is set to, has set to the this outer border, but these values have been overtaken these values. Okay, instead of 5, if I put 1, instead of solid, if I put another value, inset, let's put inset. Yes, to see the inset effect should has a higher value. Let's 10 pixel. You can see. Okay, so these three values have been overtaken these values because highest priority is given to the inline CSS. Second highest priority is given to the internal CSS, and the least priority is given to the external CSS. That's the thing. So here you can understand that part also. Okay. Now it's related to borders. So next thing. We talked about it. Oh, now next one is caption. Okay, so I would like to give a name to this table. Okay, so this here I would like to use caption tag. Okay, there's a tag called caption. Okay, you know captions about posts or images. Okay, likewise here the caption is related to the table. Okay, so opening caption tag and closing caption tag. Amidst those tags, we can put the caption. So here I would like to put suppliers table. Okay, suppliers table as the caption. Okay, so you can see that suppliers table. Okay, if you want to bold this name, okay, you may put B tags, opening B and closing B for bolding. Like this. Okay, if you want it to be italic, you may use I tag. Okay, opening I and closing I. So if the I tag is the closest opening tag to these two words, then from other side, the most closed tag should be closing I tag. Okay, you can't change the order. Okay, like this. Okay, in earlier cases, it is prohibited. I mean, in earlier versions, HTML 4.3, it was not supported. Okay, but now with the HTML5, they have resolved that problem. But as a best practice, You should follow the order. Okay. Okay. Now this caption can be placed in the top or in the bottom. Okay. So caption has a CSS property called caption side. Okay. So you can use that one also here. Caption, for the caption tag. Okay. So I'm going to use a property called caption side. So it has two values. One is top, other one is bottom. Default value is top. Whether you have mentioned or not, the default caption side is top. If you want to put it to the bottom, okay, get it to the bottom after the table, you may type bottom here. Okay, now right, you can see that suppliers tag. So that property is called caption side. These are called CSS properties. These are called HTML attributes. So attributes are related to HTMLs. Properties are related to CSS. Attribute and its values are separated from a equal sign. Property and its values are separated from a colon. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, that's about caption. Now now I like to teach you about col span and row span. Okay, so col span and row span is something like this. Now when you are using Excel, you know how to merge cells, combine cells, and creating single cells. Okay, those are called merging effect. So like merging effect in Excel, that related technical words for merging effect in HTML are called col span and row span. Let's see. Okay, so here I would like to move this country column to here next to company column. Okay, so here instead it is in here, I would like to cut it and paste it next to company. Okay, those data also. Last one here. Now you can see country column has moved next to the company column. So here I need to join these two columns. Okay, it means I don't need a country column. Okay, I just need a company column. Company column is enough. And okay, so here so I want to join these two columns. Rather saying two columns, I need to join these two cells. Okay, so if I join these two cells, okay, this whole area become one cell, one single cell. Okay, so that single cell will spans, okay, will expands or spans or aligned over two columns. Okay, under this column and under this column. This, after merging these two cells, that resulted cell will spans aligned over two columns. So in that case, to merge, I should use col span, because after this is a spansion over columns. That's why I am using col span property, col span attribute actually, and these are attributes. These are HTML. No? So col span. So col span and its value should be within inverted commas. Over how many columns? Two columns. This one this one and this one. So I have given the value 2 to the Colspan property, not property, attribute. Okay, Colspan attribute. So let's see. So what has happened? It has overtaken the space of country, but country and other stuff has moved to the right here. So to correct this error, if you put a Colspan property, according to that one, you should remove some table data. So I don't need country here. So instead of country, I have span the company cell over 2 columns. So it is better to delete this one. Okay. Now see the result. Now it's fine. Okay. Now it's fine. Okay. This is called Colspan. A cell is spanning over 2 columns. If you want to span the cell over 2 columns, it is better to use Colspan. Okay. Now row span. Row span is something like this. Now I want to span this index cell over these 2 rows also. Instead of 1 and 2, I would like to make all the 3 cells into one particular cell called index. Okay. So here this index cell should be spanned over rows. So we may use row span attribute. How many rows? Now it's in the first row now. Other 2 also. Okay, so we may put not 2, altogether 3, no, altogether 3. Okay, first one, second one, and third one. So we should put 3, not 2. Okay. So then let's see. This 1 and 2 have been shifted here because we haven't removed those values. Let's remove that value. Okay. And now see the result. Now you can see. If you want to span over a row, you may use row span. If you want to span over columns, you may use column span. Okay. Now if you want to merge cells over columns, you may use Colspan. If you want to merge cells over rows, then you may use row span. Colspan means expansion over columns. Okay, expansions over columns. Row span means expansion over rows. Very easy to memorize. Okay. Okay. Next. So let's learn something about padding and spacing. Okay. Okay. So here, spacing. Okay. So padding means for a particular cell. Okay. The gap between the cell border and the content is called padding. Okay. The gap. Okay. Gap between the content and the cell border. Okay. Is called padding. Okay. Gap between cells, it is called spacing. Okay. Let's see that one. Okay. So here. Let's take this one. This one, Alfred, that one. Okay. So in this TD, I would like to use inline CSS. So I'm using style attribute and its values. So padding. Okay. Padding related to this cell. Okay. So the padding value is I like to set that value to 15 pixel. Let's say 15 pixel. So let's see the result. Okay. Now you can see. So the gap between the content or data and the cell border is called padding. This gap is called padding. Okay, so this padding value can be given as a single value or multiple values. That's the thing. Okay, so normally top, bottom, left, right. Okay, so here the gap between gap from the right hand side is called right. From the top it is called top. From the left it is called left. From the bottom it is called bottom. Okay, so let's align this. Let's align this content center. Okay, align the content center. Okay, and semicolon should be used to separate those two sets of data. Okay, align the content center. Okay, text align, not align, just text align. Okay, now here I have only mentioned a single value of 15. So instead of a single value, okay, so I would like to take this one to the next rule. Okay, so I would like to give 4 values. Okay, now let's give 5 for all. It's like this. Okay, okay, now instead of center, let's put it as left. Okay, like this. Okay, so so here I would like to increase this value. I would like to give 4 values. Okay, so here 5 pixel. Okay, next value is 10 pixel. Okay, now see the effect. Next value is okay, not 10, let's say 20 pixel. Okay, here for 5, just 5, let's give it as 50. Now you see the effect. Okay, so this, if I use another value like 20 pixel or 10 pixel, let's say 10 pixel. Okay, so this first value is for top and bottom, second value is for left and right. Okay, so let's start. Now you can see that this has moved little bit left because now we have changed the value to 10 now. Okay, so 50 gap between top and bottom borders and 10 gap between left and right. Here you can see more than 10 because the content is not enough. Okay, so let's type some other words also. Let's type my name. Okay, now the another one, Gampa. Okay, now you can see. Okay, so if I increase the values by another 2, okay, so this is 1. Okay, this is for top. Okay, this is top, it's a right-handed circle. Okay, like clockwise. Okay, clockwise, top, left, bottom, right. Okay, top, left, bottom, right. Okay, now this is for top padding value. Okay, the content and the border, gap between the content and the border. First value for top, this is clockwise. Okay, then the second value is for our left hand side padding, left. Third value for bottom, and fourth value for right. If I reduce this to 5, content should move here. That's the thing. If I reduce this value to 10, okay, it's for bottom, no, top, left, bottom, right. That bottom border should come near the content. Yeah. If I change this gap to 50, okay, that gap should be increased. Okay, you can see that. Okay, if I reduce that one to 10, that value, right border, right padding value, yeah, likewise. Okay, top, right, bottom, left, that's the order. Okay, so this padding value means this one. Okay, the gap between inside the cell, the gap between the content and the cell border, that is called padding. Okay, so padding value can be given as a single value. Okay, if I give a single value, that value will be applied to all the 4 parameters, top, right, bottom, left. If I give you 2 values, okay, first value is for top and bottom, and second value is for right and left, like that. Okay, second value is for right and left. If I give 4 values, then the order is top, right, bottom, left, clockwise. Okay, not anti-clockwise, just clockwise. Okay, those are called padding. Okay, so here next one is spacing. Okay, spacing means the gap between cells. Okay, so these spaces, okay, gap between cells, those are called spacing. To apply spacing, we may use spacing, border spacing property. Okay, so here so in the first row, okay, so in the table, okay, in the table, all the spaces between cells should be increased. For that, I am using border spacing property. Okay, so I like to, let's give it as 10 pixel. 10 pixel. Okay, so from the top and bottom, I need 50 pixel gap. From left and right, I need 10 pixel. Let's try this one. Like this. Okay. Okay, border spacing. What is the order? Yes. So here, okay. So same order. Okay. Top right, bottom left. So we can use border spacing property for maintain the gap between cells. Okay, so keep this in your mind. So gap between cells means that property is called spacing. Padding means inside the cell, the gap between content and the cell border. Okay, that is called padding. Okay, so now it's 2. Okay, almost 2. So time is up now. So this is enough for you to know about tables. Okay, so we have learned how to create tables. Okay, and we have learned about borders. Okay, table headers, th, and we have learned how to apply width property and border property as inline and also internal CSS, and we have learned how to merge cells using row span and column span, and we have also learned how to use caption tag with several other tags and with the caption side CSS property, and finally we learn about padding and spacing. Okay,